and going live.
Yep.
Shalom and good day all. Shalom and good day all. Come on, is it showing us as live?
Yeah, it showed live. Yeah, we're live.
Shalom and good day all. And we are the Super Sons with the Fortress of Attitude.
Yep.
And today's stream is going to be a little bit different. It's a bit of a reflection stream. Comic Boom was unable to make it. Things came up, so we're going to respect that. And we hope he enjoys his time off from the Super Sons.
Yep.
As today, it's going to be a bit of a reflection stream. Looking back sort of like over some of the past things that we've covered.
Mm-hmm.
And where we'll go to after that.
Yep. And we'll be coming at the end also a story with action comic, but we're back in the past. Right. After the show I did with John at the Enjoy Doomsday. And we'll fucking idea about where that Jordan action comic started. Because this story seems to be after the final issue and stuff.
So, with some of the past trades that we've covered or past arcs that we've covered, probably go and cover some of the things that we have enjoyed so far.
Yep.
In the arcs. And good to see anyone who has happened to make it to the stream at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So our first stream, if you remember, was actually a stream similar to this, but we'd not made any decisions as to what we would cover first.
Yeah, it's more like off the cuff stream. Can I my stream? My stream is usually off the cuff.
Yeah.
Right, pretty right. It's like that.
And we got to cover a lot of the things that we enjoyed about the Super Sons.
Yep.
And also a lot of the things that we've disliked of what happened to the Super Sons.
Yeah, when they got destroyed, like Bendis nonsense shit broke me. Well, not that Bendis, but also other way, like Tom King, saying Wally West, Adam Glass's book that's been terrible. I don't know why people like Adam Glass's book. I really don't care. Why do people like that Tonight book? It's not Tonight. It's Suicide Squad 2.0. Except stupid. Like, I get people like that book, I don't get why, but I'm glad some people like that Tonight book. I can't stand it. It just broke me. Like, first Bennett destroyed my Superman family, and then I'm glad I came and destroyed Teen Titans.
Oh, hello. We've got someone in text. Hey, good to see you, Michael Brandt. Glad you were able to make it to the stream. And
the
Snyder Cut is coming.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Censored Back to the Future 2. Well, that would probably be a little bit better to cover on Rainbow Press and Comics.
That is different topic altogether. Oh, sorry, continue.
But the Netflix related stuff would probably be best to cover in Rainbow Press and Comics if we were doing a live stream on that.
Yeah.
But the DC related stuff, well, seeing Super Sons is also DC as well.
We can cover that.
Snyder Cut is coming out on HBO. I believe they said it was going to come out on.
Oh yeah, they did kill Hack. I do forgot what that kid. She had a good kid in my opinion. But then at the point, she was going to always kill off kids.
Mm. So, in relation to the Snyder Cut coming out, let's see how they go with it.
Yeah.
and that the people actually get to see what Zack Snyder had planned from the beginning with that Justice League.
Yeah.
Before it became the Snyder-Whedon cut.
Yeah.
I still think we got some stuff in relation to Snyder in it, but how much of it, I don't really know. We probably got, rough guess, 1/3, if
That's
I were
my
to
best
guess.
guess, but I doubt it.
And the rest of it, and the last 2/3 of it was all Joss Whedon.
Yeah. It's been a mixed match of two movies smashed into one, and it
Yeah.
didn't work. It backfired miserably. Like, here's the thing. I gave out on that Snyder Cut movement a long time ago because it got so toxic to point me saying that, nope, I'm done with this crap. This is stupid. You know, if I was not part of the move, I was not part of the movement day one. I just couldn't deal with it. So I said,
I
guys,
see we've got another awesome visitor who's managed to make it to the stream. Hey, good to see you, Ed.
yep. And to hear what's not actually happening, you know, alright, well, it's not actually happening, that just shocked me because I never, ever in a million years it's never gonna happen. But turned out I was wrong. It actually is happening. So, yay. That's good. I'm glad you guys get your wish. For me personally, I'm just gonna wait
Green
to see what
Lantern.
happens.
Oh, you remember the Green Lantern character that showed up in the Super Sons?
I remember. Yeah. That guy could that Green Lantern.
That was so cool.
Yeah,
Adventures
he's a
of
great
the
character.
Super Sons. And Michael Brent has brought up HBO is going to do a Green Lantern TV series along with the Looney Tunes. Well, Looney Tunes has been a TV series for quite a while.
It's been to the
So,
past,
probably rehash old material.
yeah. Yeah, we've
And
been a part of art for
DC
years.
Yeah, DC movies may not be as good, but I rewatched them more. Interactive stream tonight. I like it. Keep it up.
I agree. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. Not all Disney movies are all bad. Well, because we got the Wonder Superman movies, 1 and 2 are great, which are fantastic.
Oh,
99
I
Batman.
missed the Michael Brent one here.
Hopefully now that the
Hopefully now
DC new
that
50M you find over, we can finally get Super Saiyan movie. I've been
Yes,
saying
that
for
would be
years we
awesome.
need that. In fact, I've been saying for a decade we need a Super Saiyan movie because that new 50M movie thing died the Pocket War. Now that's over, we can make it Super Sense. Keyword hoping, I'm caught on that one.
Well, seeing that we've got quite a bit of activity in the text, how about we keep it up?
Yeah,
Let's
well,
pay
tell you,
attention to our listeners.
what's up in Angelica Dog Pocket War? Did you see it?
Oh, here we go. We've got a question. Where's Boom? Yes, I was wondering the same question.
Yep. Well,
He is a bit absent today, Ed Brewer, but it's a good question. He wasn't able to make it for today's stream, so he should be able to make it to next week's stream. So hopefully he's enjoying what he's doing, and hopefully gets to enjoy time with his family, because that's important too,
yep.
especially in this time.
Yep.
And yeah, it's quite quiet without him. We do admit that. It is quite
Really
quiet
quiet.
without him. We do enjoy his company.
Yeah, but anyway, back on track. What's the Angelica Dog Pocket War? Did you see it?
I did actually I did manage to get around to seeing it. And I also like what one of the channels on YouTube did in sort of like covering one of our favorite characters, Damian Wayne,
Yep.
and the growth of his character within sort of like that series of movies. And one good thing about it is that they really didn't force the relationship between Damien and Raven. They did it in a way that worked organically.
Yep.
And if they were to keep that type of storytelling, even within the comic books, it would work better, especially for the readers, because not everyone is going to go for instant forced relationship or basically instant coffee relationship.
Yeah. Right. No,
Right?
no,
There
no,
are
for the
some people out
reasons.
there that don't like instant coffee. And that's the
Indeed.
truth. Right? Some people like the good old roast. Uh,
Indeed.
Ed Brewer says it's a top 10 DC animated movie.
Yep. Michael Brand, I started to look at the Pocket War. I thought it was great and spectacular ends in New 52.
Top
Even now
5
we get
movie.
into Rebirth. Yeah, I'm hoping we do get Rebirth finally because I had mentioned before. The DC anime movie I said we're going to be a horrible idea from day one. And guess what? That line, but he died in Jonathan literally in 5 years. Wait, was 5 or 6 years? I forget. Flashpoint came out in 2014. New 52 started 2011. So do the math.
About the only thing that we didn't see in the DC New 52 animated movie was having to do with the area of Damien's death. And you get to see all of the Bat family go out of their ways for Apocalypse to save him.
Yeah, we never
Even
got
though
to see
it
that.
sort of like changed it in this, okay,
Yep.
I'm fine with it. Just
Same.
going by the animated movie, we did get to see him. I hope you've all who are in here have watched it, because I'm going to mention a spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler it. If you haven't seen the movie yet, tune out now.
Yeah, because Damien does actually go out of his way and lay down his life to save another person. And not long after that, you see Raven come in and she helps bring him back to life. So that's sort of like the closest thing that we're actually going to get to seeing the Robin Rise arc.
Yep.
But it was also done in a way that sort of shows how their relationship has grown between those two characters.
Yep.
And I did like that.
Same.
And then we had Raven's cloak changed to a white one instead of a... Ooh, what's this?
I want
wanted
to
a
Forever You
Forever
movie, but oh well.
Yeah.
I didn't. Because, let me explain. Like, Forever Evil one of the storyline I meant for, I don't really like. Most because the treatment of the teen. Okay, Teen Titans will always look bad and Scott with their nonsense. But that book made me pissed off with the try to kill off Nightwing. More than once. Like, this is the third time they tried to kill Nightwing. First time was doing Infinite Crisis. Second time was Forever Evil. Wait. What if Forever Yeah, it was Infinite Crisis before New 52. Then in Forever Evil, they tried to kill Nightwing again to make an integration the spy ripoff. And it was just stupid. Okay, the Crisis stuff was good, but the actual story in itself was just a byproduct of Training War. With Training War, it's just a mess of a story that makes no sense. What's that Pandora be the one who made it? No, it's not Pandora, it's the Crime Syndicate. Fine, Crime Syndicate, cool. But then they defeat Jetty off screen with bullshit. Then, what? Yeah. It was just a mess in my opinion. Not the man, that event got delayed, to the point of saying that I didn't give it anymore. At least in the comics. It's one good Identify Evil, I can't play regular DC supervillains. Because that game is actually funny. That they had to adapt the story, but make it like funny. Hang on, I'm gonna go try to screen share. Ta-da! Here it is.
Alrighty. What you got to share with us? The Lego DC villains.
Yep. You can, this game actually made the career it's funny, but you have been the Crime Syndicate with that's Forever Evil.
Well,
But my opinion, this game does it
I've
with.
never seen any of the Lego DC movies.
It's taking that movie. It's actually a game.
Oh, okay.
Right. This game I didn't even tend to find. That's even adorable. Heck, in fact, Super Son Easter egg with you.
Oh, someone else has made it here.
Ta-da. Can you see?
So who's made it? Who's the unseen third? Okay. You're saying you never saw that. So you didn't see the game, did you? Ed Brewer. The Super Sons! Woohoo!
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Well, they're actually words in the game, and actually a side quest is adorable.
Oh, what's this?
We can find the Super Sons justice no justice, even the crime or for evil movies.
Well, let's see what happens at Warner, and it would be great to see a Super Sons animated series.
Yep. In fact, I haven't seen
it would come down as to how they would actually cover the story, and that's something that we don't know what they'd do.
Hearing crisis? Hell no. That's never gonna happen. No one in hell will adapt the story. If they adapt it, I say change everything with
it. Yes, no, the heroes in crisis.
Yeah. If you want to adapt it, here's my advice. Adapt it, but make a better murder mystery story. Do not have one Ripper the Killer. Forget bullshit origins.
What's this? Oh, Doomsday Clock would be awesome. Yes,
it would be fantastic to see animated.
That would be fantastic and animated. That would probably be the next best thing after Superman Red Sun.
Well, not the Red Sun, but Doomsday Dinner will be an extra kind of back to a pirate.
Right. Even though Red Sun is Elseworlds.
Yeah, Red Sun Elseworld.
And even though I've not seen Red Sun, but I have read Red Sun, Superman Red Sun. But it would have probably Red Sun to contend with.
Yep.
Because they've not done a not done a Watchmen animated series. The Watchmen.
Watchmen might be one to find out that needs it, and because we already have enough Watchmen already. As I brought before, if people like the Watchmen new show that came out like last year, cool. I'm glad you like that show. Me personally,
I haven't seen the Watchmen series because
have I.
Reviews I heard in relation to it.
Yeah, not have I.
Why bother? I'll just stick to the original.
Same. Or the Snyder movie. We could actually adapt the book if best it could. Yeah, it doesn't change it as an answer to it, but we adapted it. One thing with the ending, but I don't care about that. We got a good ending with it. But
well, there's a difference in ending in regards to, say, the Snyder version and the comic version. The comic version involves sort of like
a giant squid
coming out of the bloody ground, causing havoc.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever.
It's been documented.
Compared to an actual nuclear attack, and I think the nuclear attack is a little bit more realistic in that compared to the squid, and that's probably why he made that change.
Yep.
And it was probably a good change, especially for the movie.
I agree. I agree. I'm saying, in fact, I think that's necessary. It would have been after, of course, the squid. I would find it. Oh, I saw the first episode. That's more than enough. Yeah, I agree. The first episode, I watched the first episode. I said, no, I'm done. I did the band ship. I know my brother Ollie watched it. He had to like it. It was good, but I just couldn't do it. Then again, I get why they thought the first episode was more historical, kind of what actually did happen in reality. And Watchmen was always political from day one. So, I don't know if you get pissed off by that, because Watchmen was political from the very beginning. My main problem in John Actor was, well, the story doesn't feel interesting at all. Me, in my opinion. But anyway, back on track. As far as the anime was concerned, I do know we're getting Superman Man tomorrow. I know we're getting that, which I think will be adaptation of Superman American Alien. At least parts of it. Which, I don't feel about that. On the one hand, I haven't got a new art style. Thank God for that, because we need a new art style. On the other hand, though, that American Alien would maybe get based out there of an origin story from a certain writer who is very controversial these days. I forget to do all that commentary too, but well, I do love that origin story. I don't know. I'm gonna wait to see the final product.
All right, I've put up a bit of a question for the audience that have made it here. For the audience, name 3 of your fave Super Sons Fortress of Attitude streams.
Nice.
Of what we've had so far.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what would you say your top 3 fave streams have been so far in regards to the Super Sons?
I think my first stream in general, I think with the first stream with at the time of Popular Sun Super Sons. Second first stream with the comic boom, with a little fun. Third favorite stream, I think the third favorite stream though comes to store like playing at the caves. Actually no, my third favorite when we covered the first story Super Sons.
The Trial of the Super Sun stream.
Yep.
Definitely number 1. What else have we covered?
Final Day of Superman, we covered that.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately got copyright bullshit.
Yes.
That's disappointing. Yeah, I love that stream, a ton of fun.
One of the reasons that I brought up the idea of a reflection stream this week.
Goddamn copyright. Why
They
did
decided
you
to cut it short? And I'm sorry, YouTube, but according to the Fair Rights Act, we can use that material and let other streams get away with it.
But we can't?
That is hypocrisy.
It's hypocrisy. It's bullshit. YouTube, your system is broken. You need to fix it. I would try to upload everything on Blade.tv. Problem, Blade.tv doesn't accept a lot of files. Believe me, I checked. I tried uploading all my old live stream in generality, and it didn't wouldn't work on Blade.tv. I know they BitChute, but I don't know how to use BitChute. It's
I'd
not
also include the Volume 1, which we also covered.
Yep.
And definitely Planet of the Capes. So they'd have to be the top ones. So the Trial of the Super Sons, or the Trial of the Super Sun, Volume 1 of the Super Sons, and of course Planet of the Capes.
Yep.
They're probably the top 3. I know that in between that we do have some live streams that we need to make sure that we're a little bit more up to date with the material, or at least remember the material.
Yeah, because it's been a long time since I
learning along the way. We're still learning along the way, so this stuff happens, and we need to learn.
Mhm. Yep. And if you don't learn, then you become stagnant.
Yes.
Speaking honestly, let's do one thing. Stagnant, in my opinion, doesn't progress humanity. We just went to any other to save us.
Yeah, we don't want another Kid Amazo incident.
Well, indeed.
Especially the YouTube version of it.
Yeah. Indeed.
But mainly what happens at the end of the Super Sons
Yeah.
around issues 15 and 16.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
until we get around to that,
Yeah.
we're going to
But
be a little bit patient.
mm-hmm. 56 now, I don't want the issue that the culture is super tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll get to that later. But anyways, as far as the ending of Super Sundari, I did hear this. I do know this though. We are getting more Super Saiyan actually in DC. Well, kind of, sort of. Let me back up. It actually in Deceased. Did I?
Yes, that is so incredible of what Tom Taylor did there. I just wish he'd unblock me on Twitter.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, that's my only issue with him. I enjoy the stuff that he puts out for DC. No problem with that at all.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish he'd unblock me.
Why? What happened? How did you block?
Some idiot commented after a comment that I did, and after that he blocked me for no reason. Didn't even go out of his way to send me a message as to why.
That sucks. Bummer.
Yeah, but of course,
Stupid idiots. Oh my god, I
of
hate when it
course,
happens.
they like to be caught up on the infantilism of politics.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
if they want to keep sucking that pacifier, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right?
And this is why I hate politics. It's been a bloodbath and better than no one is happy.
Yeah.
It's been a mind of bullshit. Not mean that it's COVID by pandemic cause not helping Earth.
So, what have our viewers been reading?
That's what I want to do.
Yeah. Brent Brewer, what things have you been reading in this time period?
Mm-hmm. Anything? Yoo-hoo.
Yeah.
As for me in general, I think I've been reading Deceased. It's been with the spinoffs. Like the Unkillable, or in my opinion, the best animated story we had in years because the Unkillable, in my opinion, it proved to me that Tom Taylor can write a good letter. Why the hell give me a good letter in the main universe? Because forget Scott Dogon said, give me Tom Taylor to write letter. You won't actually letter in the main book. How can you actually consider the main book? And I think that huge part of issue 3 that I did not see coming. So I was happy to see this certain character. Well, when I spoil for you if you're not like Unkillable issue 3.
Actually, there was something that Tom Taylor did in the Detective Comics run. Oh, what issue was it? I think it was a little bit after the Arkham Knight. It was issue 1016 that he covered, and he had something really good happen there with Damian and Bruce Wayne. It was really fantastic. And in it, he got Damian to help investigate a situation. But it revolved around something happening in an orphanage that was in Martha's name.
Aww.
And in a way, he also got to learn the importance of, say, family legacy. And like, this is like one of the family legacies, which you'll be left to sort of like help if something happens to me. And they had to find out what was happening to, say, one of the orphans who had disappeared. And sure enough, went, investigated, he came back, like, whilst Daddy Bruce Wayne was doing what he had to do. Okay, we've got Ed Brewer saying he's been reading some issues of What If
And New 52 Earth
and
2.
New 52 Earth 2.
Oh yeah, that series. I completely forgot about Earth 2 because it didn't feel inconsequential. Then again, New 52 Earth 2 got confusing because the minute they got words in, it went to shit real fast. Like, wait, what? Why everyone dying? Why did you put fun? But wait, we're just getting a feature. No, I'm done. And then I got the conversions and then went to shit. I did ban shit.
He also mentions that he's also been reading some New 52 World's Finest since it ties in
with Earth 2. Yeah, it does. You know what that.
New 52 takes a lot of criticism, but I like what I'm reading.
I can understand that.
I'm glad you're enjoying what you're reading there, Ed.
Same here. I'm glad
because
too.
As we get a little bit further on in the Super Sons live streams, say in some future live streams, we will need to go back into, say, the New 52 era of covering, especially Damien in that time period.
He got New 52 all Damien Winsor, and John K didn't exist until after Convergence.
Yeah.
Which I think Convergence went at the end of New 52. Kind of. Sort of.
Yeah.
It's complicated because John K went to Convergence to DCU, and DCU was just a mess. It just created their continuity. It was what the fuck. Well, like I said, I'm glad you're enjoying the New 52 stuff because there are some good stuff in that entire like publishing line. Swamp Thing was good, Animal Man was good, Batman was good, Batman Robin, and Detective maybe. Detective went 50-50, but that's about it. Action Comic with it, collect the fuck. Superman was just a mess. Going right now. Teen Titans. Also cut the fuck, made no sense, it's just garbage. Unless you mean let's go to Teen Titans, cool, I'm proud of you guys, but me, I tried, I read it, but it didn't read me. New 52 Boy? That was a cut the fuck from the very beginning. What the hell is Scott up thinking? I think that top 5 we on New 52 Boy sucked, and all my readers were all about it because they're all like, all nonsense.
Well, I'm glad I never picked up any of those titles.
Yeah, don't get big my main anime for what were the Batman Robin and the main Batman book and
Yeah, the Tomasi Batman and Robin one was worth picking up.
yeah.
And also the Grant Morrison, because without him as well, we wouldn't be able to have the character that we have, Mike W. Barr, because of sort of like bringing in the idea in sort of like the Son of the Demon story. Grant Morrison takes it, goes ahead with it. The boy is canon.
Yeah. Well, indeed.
Then also some of the interesting renditions of what they've done with the Brave and the Bold Damian Wayne, where in that he's actually the son of Bruce and Selena Kyle.
Well, that's hilarious.
But we still got our Damian Wayne.
Yeah.
It might not have been the son of Talia al Ghul in that, but who cares?
Yeah.
It's still Damian Wayne.
Yeah, we did the door.
Forget everything you thought you...
But anyway, back on track. I as far as the DC anime movie concerned, as I said, since the new 52 is over, we're finally going to stand in front of me. I'm hoping for three things to change. Number one, get different art style already before, right before you do the new 52. The point of the anime movie, as I said before, is that the same art style. It's so bland, so boring. It's everything the same, but totally never no sense. Right. Rule number two, get new designs, which we all gonna get, hopefully, with the Superman tomorrow. Number three, please, for the love of God, get acting horror man your draw as a Super Saiyan anime movie. That art style would be fantastic in anime. Ooh, I got Super Saiyan with Horror Man Peter Monty Lighting. Get those two together, be awesome.
Well, for all we know, they might even have plans to do Convergence to bring John Samuel Kent into the DC animated universe, which would be really fantastic.
Yeah. Well, Convergence, I see them adapt. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Well, it would be a good way to help give not just the readers of the Super Sons, but also new viewers to learn of the Super Sons.
Yeah. Indeed. But, Convergence is one of the stories I haven't seen them adapting because, like Future Gen was another story that is bad. That would have cut the fuck when they wanted. You can't adapt. Actually, take it being, Pocket Wars did kind of adapt Future Gen. Kind of. Sure, they didn't adapt the Butter Eye garbage. No, they didn't do that. No, that the Spider bot design with Marshmallow and some other characters who got trained of Furies. And that's about it. That's the one thing about PGN. And with I'm happy they didn't do all PGN. What a crap the fuck. Like, try reading that story and get back. Maybe that story made no sense. Beyond, go back in time and change what? And then it was a nightmare.
Well, even if they did do some work on Convergence,
Yeah.
Perhaps they might only center it on, say, a few of the characters.
They'll probably ignore the Earth 2 stuff and Talos garbage.
Yeah.
Man, Talos, he got his own series for a couple of months. What a year.
Well, I'd rather see Convergence than Forever Evil.
Yeah, I agree. Like, Convergence might be we should get something out of it. Because I didn't know how to adapt that story, but they'll find someone to adapt it.
And at least Dan Jurgens would get his story up of
Yep.
John Samuel Kent being born.
Yep. We had a good story. Adorable.
Have the real son of Superman, not this clone crap.
Not the like son of Superman clone kind of what? And Harvest garbage. Harvest was such a mess of a brain that made no sense. Like I said before, it's even Superboy, it's a what the fuck. And I kind of can't. Content I don't want to be kidding. But I've been saying for a little decade that I want to see John and Connor interact with each other. It'd be adorable. I have both brothers in my team had to kick some ass. Ooh, I got Connor and John can't become brother. Trying to learn actually be good healers. Make it happen. Actually, I think we may get that in Young Justice Season 4. Maybe.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see Damian Wayne in Young Justice. Even though we know he has made an appearance in Young Justice.
Yep.
Just not named as Damian yet.
Yep.
I still need to get around to watching the rest of that series. Of what they did put out. I think I got as far as episode 12 or 13. And I think they ended up putting some more out after that, but I never got around to watching it.
Actually, I own that account, boy.
And that was of the new series.
Here it is.
Yeah. And that was of the new series that they put out.
Yep. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like John did appear at the in the series in episode I think 9, I think.
Yeah. Where they do sort of like the home creche scene,
Yep.
which was really good.
Yeah,
I
we
did like.
we saw all the superhero kids. You know, we have like Bear's kids. We see like John. We see the Mirror's kid. An Aquaman is adorable. Like it's actually a great at the cinema. But I do love that at the Halloween party. Like in fact, it's one of my favorite moments in your jet to see all the moms you know do it and Arsenal like all have the how you know been same with other kids.
Oh, another thing I was thinking of recently is, what about, we know about the Batman manga and the Batman and the Justice League manga. How about a Super Sons manga?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I completely forgot the manga. I completely forgot they do exist.
Yeah.
Man, I'm behind on that.
I was thinking about it past couple of days, like before the stream, and I thought, I know that there's like quite a number of people overseas, especially in the area of Asia, that also love the Super Sons.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they really love the Super Sons. If you saw how many people that I also follow on Twitter, and many that have also have traveled in the area of Asia, there's a number of people in Asia that enjoy the Super Sons.
Yep.
But one thing, if you're going to bring out this Super Sons, don't do it in black and white. Bring it in color.
Actually, not a bad idea. You could do black and white and do it in color.
Make color manga great again.
Yep. Well.
And it'll also let Japan know that we would love to see colored manga over here in the West.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we get a lot of black and white manga over here. And a number of us can tolerate it.
Yep.
But we also understand that the colored manga also plays an important cross to bring across the idea as to what the characters are wearing and what colors that they are wearing on their costumes.
Yep. Heck, look at My Hero Academia. Very good.
Yep.
That scene, I mean, that's the cowboy and doorboy and fast and awesome.
Yep. And a lot of the colors that are seen in, say, for example, My Hero Academia, number one, seen on the colored covers, and also colored panels to which the manga creator put out.
Yep. Right.
And sometimes they do go out of their way and they put out a colored version, which actually costs a little bit extra, of that run. But a lot of it's actually sold in black and white. Now, we know the West, in the comics, a lot of the comics are in color. But we still have manga readers who enjoy reading black and white comics. Yep. Like, we still have comic readers who still enjoy black and white comics.
Mm-hmm. Which, to be fair, Walking Dead without the black and white.
And I've also read my fair share of some black and white comics, and a lot of it has been local.
Mm-hmm.
Like some local comics, like through local comic creators here in Australia.
Nice.
One I actually read was called Cursed, I think it was. Yeah, it was done in black and white, but it revolved around the story of, say, set in ancient Asia or set in Asia. I think it might have been set in Japan at the time, and it was really nice, like watching this story move along. The series isn't even finished yet, as far as I know. But of the issues that I've read, I've enjoyed more than Brian Michael Bendis.
Yeah, let's say Bennett, I mean, make what the fuck, but
so,
I
so
like
that is
Bob.
yeah, that
Sorry.
is something I do recommend as well. If you're able to support your local comic creator and they go through your LCS, like check out some of the stories. You might like it, you might not like it, um, or or you will find stories that you will like from the local comic creators,
Mm-hmm.
as along with the stories that you might not like and might not want to pick up. But it's definitely worth supporting him because they also learn from the feedback.
Yeah.
Like you could pick up something that you don't really like that much, and the creator of that comic might provide some information of like how you're able to contact them, and you might be able to bring across some ideas that will help them improve their story. So by the time, say, their second, third, or fourth issue comes out, after they've heard that feedback,
Mm-hmm. Problem with most of some like they ignore you, you know, and they don't really talk to you that much, even some like block you with BS reasons. Like Dan Shaw, I actually find them with I got back into it, don't get why I never contacted him before, and I got blocked, me, I got blocked by for some reason. I don't get why I never talked to him on Twitter, so, whatever.
yeah.
Let's get up my bones.
And yeah, not only that, with local comic creators, a lot of them aren't in the mainstream, right? That's the only thing. They're not in mainstream, so they are open to hearing feedback more.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically your independent creator
Yep.
that will hear feedback, look over their story. If their story needs some editing or some fixing up, or a way to bring across a new view within the story, they've got you as the reader to help them do it. Help them do
Yep.
that.
Yep.
And this is why I think it would be a fantastic idea if DC Comics brought out
And Marvel.
a Super Sons manga.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they've done it with the Bat manga, and I would like actually to get a hold of the Bat manga, and also the Batman and the Justice League manga, to which I know that there are both 3 volumes to each.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, technically we did get Superman and the White, but the White Noah just been meh, and they're great. I still need to review that first volume, but I never got a chance. I've been so busy with other books. What review eventually? If I do review, it'll probably be on Hooper, which is another website I use. That is legal. That you are able to go to the library, but after you can't do it. Even point, but that book is just a mess. I know we're getting a final volume this year, but I just don't care about that series. That series is just BS. It's over. I get the idea of it, but it's an outward story about environmentalists that final, but if people look for Super Saiyan, it's not a Super Saiyan. It's a different continuity altogether. I get it's an outward story, but it just feels weird. Yeah.
What was it?
Super Saiyan
Last night.
Poor Shield
Yeah.
something. Hang on.
Oh, you're talking the Elseworld Super Sons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hang on.
The boring Super Sons.
I'm gonna screenshot.
But I'm glad it is sort of like Elseworlds. I'll
Yeah.
give it that. and I'd prefer it to be outsourced, but I really can't see um, even young kids enjoying it that much.
Yeah. Find it.
Like, if they ever got the time to sort of like check out the real Super Sons that we enjoy,
Find it.
I will work on getting a hold of the rest of these so I can personally review them. I've got the
Yeah.
first two. I do need to get the third. I don't think the third's been sent out here to Australia yet.
Not yet. I think it comes out. Hang on, I'm gonna. Let's see. When did it? October 6th.
Yeah, it's going to be a while until it comes out.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't do the final volume of this series. She was in front of the springboard and then call up almost fell. Okay, that is pretty cute. I'll get that little credit. Speaking of almost fell, I know we're getting that movie on Disney Plus, but yeah, back on track. As far as this series is concerned, it's, it's okay. This is at best, but it's not really stupid. I get it, outdoor story, but man, oh man, it was just logic. But whatever. If you want to read an outdoor story, go for it. But for me personally, I don't really got young kids who like that series. If they do, that's fine. Oh. Oh yeah, issue 16. Oh, continue.
Yeah, as you see in the message there, Bendis has finally revealed like the completed cover for issue 16. And I like I think it's Kodlewski is the one who's done the cover.
Yeah.
I really like the look of the cover.
The Emancipator of Bart Allen.
Right, that cover is incredible.
Yeah, it does look
One
incredible.
thing I like about Brian Michael Bendis is that he's actually got some really nice choice in artists.
I agree. The art
Including
might be.
cover artists, right?
Yeah.
That is one thing I really enjoy about what he does bring into DC.
Yeah, I agree. The art might be the colors look amazing. They just look
Right.
beautiful. Well, the story may be bad. I'll give it the art might be beautiful.
Exactly. It might not be the best story, but he certainly has some good choice in artists, and that is something I am willing to give him credit for.
Yeah.
And David Mack, wonderful artist. He does a lot of, I think it's water paint like.
I think so. Yeah, like watercolor, basically.
Yeah. And the way he uses it in the storytelling of the pictures is incredible.
Yeah.
I've got a upcoming review which I'll probably be doing after I take care of some manga to review. And it will be going over Cover Volume 1. There have been plans that there will be a Volume 2 coming out, but there's been no such announcement presently in the solicitations. And this is in reference to Brian Michael Bendis' Jinx World. And this is why I like Bendis' Jinx World over his DC. Number one, it's his own personal world. And yet, I can be a little bit more lenient towards his stories.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you need to read it a second or third time just to see what you're reading, you read correctly. And I managed to get a couple of reviews up of some Jinx World recently, and I enjoyed the titles which I did review.
Yep.
And one was Powers. No, not Powers. the United States of Murder Inc. So it's a Murder Inc. line, right?
Oh yeah,
And
speaking of murder, in Jeff John making a new publishing line called Murder something.
I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, I
And
actually forgot about that.
the other, or the sequel to that was United States versus Murder Inc. And it's a story that works in sort of like connection to the mafia, but not just the mafia, but say groups like the FBI and how that sort of like plays out within the story. And it's literally really gold storytelling from Bendis.
I mean, it's surprising
And
because the indie stuff sounded almost better
it's
than main
like
stuff.
you go to this storytelling because of it's a part of his world.
Yeah.
You can feel the passion in his storytelling. Like he does enjoy Jinx World, which he has created. And this is why I'd have no problem if DC Comics just kept Brian Michael Bendis on Jinx World off DC canon permanently. I'd have no problem if they did Bendis DC Elseworld stories.
I agree.
Why? Because number one, I don't have to be as harsh on the story.
Number two, the continuity wouldn't be a clusterfuck because it'll be like, oh, Spider-Man, do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. I wouldn't be expecting much of him because in an Elseworld story, it's no different than Bendis's Jinx World because he's creating his own world with these characters. And I'd prefer, say, being able to rate his stories more so in connection to, say, his Jinx World a little bit higher, or an Elseworld maybe a little bit higher than what is being in than what's in canon. Like
I agree.
I still enjoy Peter J. Tomasi,
Same.
and a lot of Peter J. Tomasi's stuff I see as canon, and a lot of
Yeah.
it is within canon, DC canon.
So Dan Jurgens,
Same with Dan Jurgens.
like, both to my I respect continuity because they knew what they're doing. They connected the continuity to Rebirth, where Jeff Dunn left out, and after they connected the continuity, actually fantastic. Ben's continuity didn't make any sense because it did clusterfuck. It takes Peter continuity, but it doesn't get the concept of it. It makes no sense. It's a clusterfuck. Like, Young Justice? That ain't a minefield of, like, clusterfuck. I don't know where to start.
Well, with Young Justice, it is like continually going to stay within the Fool's Gold until the story picks up and it starts to work with the continuity of the other DC stories that are happening.
I doubt it at this
And
point.
it's why it gets rated so low,
Yeah.
right? Because the way how I rate in Fool's Gold, thank goodness I don't have to use Fool's Gold in the Super Sons
Yeah. Well,
storytelling or the Super Sons website,
yep.
because that's a whole different area. But where in Rainbow Press and Comics, Fool's Gold is there to sort of like check out a story. It also has, say, the price comparison or the price conversion of what it is in Australian dollar to what it is in the US dollar. So the US conversion of what I paid for said comic into Australian dollar. And how much I think the story's worth. And a lot of those stories, the majority of the cash doesn't go towards the storyteller. It goes towards the artist, who has to put up with the storyteller's bad stories.
Yep.
So they get a lot of favoritism in that. It's the only way to say it. They get a lot of favoritism in that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, what about that?
And I'd prefer there be not that favoritism.
Same.
But the reason why is if the story is like legitly good, I would give its value a little bit higher in the story. So therefore, it could easily add up to, say, $3 for one story.
Yeah.
But in that $3, in the value that it's been worth, or how much I think it's worth, even though I might have paid $6 or $7 for it, you've got about, say, for example, $2 going towards the artist, and or maybe even $2.75 going towards the artist, and the rest of the change is going to Brian Michael Bendis, the writer.
Yep.
Well, if the story was a little bit more clear, a little bit more cleaner,
And make a lot more sense.
and
Quite
say, for example, that it has like the things I enjoy looking for in a story. The things that I enjoy looking for in a story is easy identification of cast of characters.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's important because when you're a reader, you want to know who the cast of characters are.
Kind of really stupid without a what the fuck. It makes no
Yep.
sense.
Right? It wouldn't matter if the cast of characters also includes villains. Right? They're a part of the cast of characters that are in the story.
Yep.
Next, where is this taking place in the universe, or in this universe, whether it be Marvel or DC?
Image, Valiant, the works.
Yeah, exactly. Where is it taking place? Like in the DC universe, whereabouts is it taking place in the DC universe? Is it being held in Gotham City? Is it being held in Central City, Coastal City,
Keystone City?
Port Oswego, as brought up in
Something.
Naomi?
Or in Mexico.
Yeah. Right. Where is it taking place? Next thing is time. Is it taking place, say, 3 days before? Or is it taking place, say, 3 days before, 3 months before? Give us a bit of a time frame as to when this is occurring.
Yep. Yeah, if you have no timeline, then it's confusing, it makes no sense. Then there's no continuity.
Exactly. And a lot of this works with continuity.
Yeah.
And then you have comic references.
Yep.
All right. Comic references like indicate, oh, this story takes place between, say, between issues 1 of 2 of Young Justice. Right. He could do that, even though it might be issue 8 of Young Justice, and he could be covering, say, a particular character. Like, even if it's just a small thing taking up about 2 or 3 pages, centering around one character, and if there's a character that he has had shown, say, for example, Ginny Hex.
Oh yeah, her story. Her story gave me nothing to work with.
All right. Ginny Hex first appeared in Batman Universe, issue 1 by Brian Michael Bendis.
But that's an Elseworld story. That doesn't take any continuity.
It's not actually Elseworlds.
It's not. I've heard one special. That is no continuity.
It's not actually Elseworlds.
any sense. How can that story connect to the main if it was Walmart special? That my brain's hurting. That's defeating.
You have to look at what Brian Michael Bendis has been doing, because if you remember with Naomi and also with Young Justice,
And
also what he's doing with his story runs, all right, he has the Young Justice crew joining up with Superman in the Action Comics run.
We're surviving. Another Ben Quinn that is stupid, like Mark Shaw. I don't give a damn about Mark Shaw. I don't know who this guy is. Such a stupid character.
Yeah, right. So in essence, these characters are actually canon, which he's written, even though they're terribly written, right? With Spoiler, for example, like when he brought Spoiler in, he could have shown a comic reference to sort of like the last time Spoiler was seen, which would then bring him back to Tinian's, that's right, James Tinian IV's Detective Comics run.
With Tim Drake.
Right? And that works with the continuity.
Except
and
when we
also
find
with the continuity with the story and what he's actually trying to show there between this couple, because they are seen as a couple within DC Comics.
Yes, except the problem is when we got that answer in issue 5, I think, or whatever, they said Sally Brown Barlow was alive. Even though that's bullshit, because Batman Eternal, he died by Talon. Well, technically Bruce Wayne's brother, so that's Owlman. Not constantly Owlman, not different Owlman altogether from the Core Hours. It's a long story. That was kind of my main story that I will review eventually. Actually, no, I won't review that book. That book is way too long. But that book ended with Crewmaster dead. But oh, sorry, continue.
Yeah. Like, a lot of the stuff that Brian Michael Bendis shows is very tip of the iceberg. It's not deep. You can tell he doesn't understand deep DC Comics lore.
Yeah.
I've noticed that with his handling with Damian, John, Talia al Ghul, Batman. But don't get me wrong, he's gotten some great art in Batman Universe.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, that was good.
If I were to give him any credit in regards to the Batman Universe run, it's mainly the art, not so much the story.
The story, I think that is good. It's a fun story. If you look at continuity, right? It's distant continuity together. It's actually a good story.
Yeah.
Which in my opinion. Which again, why did these get back to Superman? They should give me Batman. It was Batman. I can handle it madness. But Superman, it's a clusterfuck. Not even makes sense. What was our story? Pointless. 14 years of garbage, and there was nothing. And they killed Mr. Joel again for bullshit. And they ended up John for garbage. But Batman Universe stuff actually was good.
I might not be enjoying Bendis' Superman, but it makes great Fool's Gold.
It actually comes
makes great for Fool's Gold reviews. So for every time he writes something bad, it also gives me a great opportunity to shield his Jinx world. Hold on. All right, back. Like, I've really come to enjoy Brian Michael Bendis' Powers run, for example. I've not read it all. I've not read all of the Powers run, but I'm slowly taking my time through it. Not only that, I have other Jinx World titles which I want to read of his.
Package Bean Power actually would have read a long time ago on another publishing line. I think it's from Marvel. I forget what line it was, but
Yeah,
it actually.
through Marvel, it was called Icon, but it was still a part of his Jinx World.
So it's basically a re-release of an old series that got re-released today.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it was re-released through DC Comics, to which I actually like a lot of their cover, a lot of the re reprints of the covers.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm. I
these
said a
are really
Power TV
nice
show.
compared to what they were through Icon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just some Bendis titles that I still need to get through. Um, Powers, volumes 9 up to its last volume,
1 and 10.
which is volume 13, which I've got here. Then I've got his Goldfish,
Nice.
Jinx, which is actually quite cool in size. I think
Nice.
it's actually got 3 Jinx stories in it. Then there's Torso, and I really hope things go well with what I've heard rumor wise is that he could be getting that turned into a movie.
That'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, so it would definitely be interesting to see. Another one that I got a hold of was Fortune and Glory, also by Brian Michael Bendis.
Yes.
Others that I managed to get a hold of, big thanks to Comic Clerks of Jimmy, was Scarlet and Pearl. The volumes that are available for that. Plus whatever I picked up DC wise for the Fool's Gold Haul.
Yeah.
That which is also Bendis.
Nice.
I'd rather pick them up secondhand, but
Yeah.
during the crisis, it meant getting them new. So, yeah. Some things I got no control over.
Yep. No, Miss Stu. Life.
Well, we're almost approaching the end of the stream.
Oh, wait. We never got
We
to
still
cover
got
the
time.
story.
Like, we've still got time. We've got about 15 minutes. So, slowly approaching the end of the stream.
Yep.
Yeah, to which next week we will plan on covering Action Comics Volume 1 Rebirth.
Yep. We got to the first introduction of pre-50. Well, not actually first introduction. This series takes place after Superman Lord and the Clark series and takes place after the Final Superman series.
And we do look forward to having Comic Boom with us again.
Yep.
So hopefully he'll be able to make it.
Oh, I completely forgot to ask you about this. Like, this is covering mine. What's your opinion on the Superman Lord and Clark series coming out in 2021?
On the Lois and Clark series,
Yes, on CW.
I haven't really read any of the information on it. I've actually strayed away from not checking it out. I'll probably check it out later. I might want to be able to cover it through Rainbow Press and Comics.
Yeah.
If I do so.
Yeah, synopsis came out for it. Actually looks very interesting.
Yeah, I am working on a bit of a new method as to doing my videos, and whether
Nice.
that leads to more subscribers checking out the channel, I don't know. That's not in my hands. So, in that, I leave it in God's hands because I do believe in God.
Same here.
And I
Yeah.
actually showed that on um, one review which I did on humanoids,
Nice.
on a humanoids trade paperback. And it had to do with the topic of Superman.
Nice. Well,
Yep. It had to do with the topic of Superman. And you'll get this, you might have even seen the review for it, but the trade of it is worth picking up.
Oh, speaking of the Bennett, I can figure out one more. The one that did come out this week. Well, technically last week. Apparently, so we're getting a Gold Lantern character.
Yes, I saw that, and I've thought about maybe covering that, but I think other people have probably covered it already.
Yeah.
If he really wants to make a bit of an impact, number one, the character looks like he's related to Naomi.
Yeah, he does.
Get rid of that. Make the character Australian.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Hey, I don't care if they're a native Australian.
Yeah, I'll be all for that.
Right?
I'll be something different.
I'd have no problem if they were a native Australian that is using a gold ring and maybe for something that could be done to give the character more character. One thing that we sort of know about the natives of our land is sort of how in touch they are with the land.
Yeah.
So maybe the Gold Lantern could play a part in sort of observing the lands of different planets just to make sure that things are operating okay, that there's nothing out of sync that shouldn't be in sync. There's just an idea. All right?
Yeah. Also, the Gold Lantern's confusing because that is so many can worms that wait, this makes no sense. One, where did the Gold Lantern come from? Two, how did they get a Gold Lantern in? Three, well, what type of emotion would that work? Because the image spectrum only had a color. Is gold even a color? But I'm just confused and lost because there's so many questions that I'm going to explore.
All right. If you look at Batman Universe, all right, that involved a White Lantern ring.
Yes.
And it showed that Brian Michael Bendis paid no attention to the oath around the White Lantern. Nor did he pay attention to the crest of the White Lantern. Right? That tells me that he doesn't pay attention to the lore around the lanterns. And that's why his sales are dropping.
Yeah, that's what kind of makes sense because the Gold Lantern stuff.
If I were to be honest about it, a lot of his storytelling comes like someone's just grabbed some stuff off Wikipedia here and there, including DC Wiki, writes this down about said character, but doesn't actually take the time. It doesn't take the time to get into real depth around the character.
Yeah.
It's a lot of surface around the character, but not the depth of the character. And that is where the characters feel soulless.
Yep. Not the man.
The same goes with the Young Justice. The same goes with Superman.
Same goes with Action Comics. Same goes with
Yep.
Speaking of Vitamin, still got a Vitamin book coming out. Checkmate. I don't
Yeah,
care about reviving. He's boring. I want him to go away. What's the end goal? Oh, I'm gonna quit a nation.
I've
Why?
already told. Yeah, I've already let my LCS know that. Yeah, I want to pick that up. Why? It's good fool's gold material.
Yeah.
Hey, just because someone's buying your comic, it doesn't mean that they're liking it,
Yep.
and that's the truth.
I agree with that.
But I'm glad I've found a balance of like the things of Brian Michael Bendis I do enjoy, but also the things of Brian Michael Bendis I don't enjoy.
Yep.
Yes, I know he can write good stories. Why? I got no problem shilling Jinx World.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm shilling Jinx World over his DC run.
Yeah, these two guys all cut the fuck, didn't make no sense. If you're
I,
reviving, that's when the event. It was just simply nothing. You're like, I'm reviving. It was like, who freaking care? I'm giving him reviving. And to make it even worse, and reviving might get his own book. Well,
yeah,
kind
Leviathan
of.
was beaten by a girl.
Yeah, my manhunter.
Girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, then after that, the report of him was put out also by a girl.
Yep.
Lois
It was.
Lane.
Yeah. And then Bobby said, fine. They don't
So
want to
beaten
set my
twice
shoe.
by a girl.
Yep. And then Bobby said, fine, they want to set my shoe. Then I burnt that wood to the ground and do admire it. Well, Simon, you're an idiot. What's your end goal with the plan? Wait, what was his plan? Did he have a plan? Oh, wait, he had a plan. I don't get an end goal. I really don't. Like, the only book I think I'm going to send is Death Metal. Death Metal, the one book I'm avoiding DC right now. Joker War, I don't care about Joker War. It's just unnecessary. Like, the one book I'm avoiding DC Death Metal, and that's it. The Grant Morty Grand stuff, that's just way too confusing, even for me. I felt so lost trying to read that book. I'm hoping by the end of August, DC fixes her Death Metal. Death Metal will go avoid the most, but as for, well, and Deceased 2 Dead Planet. Oh! Speaking of Deceased, I can recommend about this. So, are you going to Deceased 2 Dead Planet when that comes out?
I certainly do want to get it when it comes out. No doubt about that. And my LCS will definitely be told that, yeah, I want to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to avoid that book. Or more because, as I said before, looking for Super Sons.
And
But,
I
oh,
definitely enjoy what Tom Taylor has done with it, those characters. And you can see that in his time that he has worked on the Injustice Elseworld story, that yes, he has gone out of his way to learn and get in depth with learning as much as he can about each character to make him feel as real as possible.
yep. And for Jonesy, like that story, as I said before, Jones actually it's a great zombie story, a great outdoor story, but also a great Super Gen story. We get that like both John and Damien actually as kids, and it actually works.
Yeah, Tom Taylor has definitely earned his stripes.
Yep. Which why I really want to watch Superman in the main continuity because he watched Superman bad and deceased. He's going to great at the acting on Superman. But
Yep.
forget Benny. Did that Tom Taylor like the main Superman book? But I would picture my Tom Taylor like the main Superman book, or I'd be there like the main Superman book, or Bendis. It's why I better like the main DC book. Here's a fight. Why not Bendis write his own creation? Oh wait, you did Naomi.
Yes, he did, and he also did that with I think David Walker
Yeah, David
or,
Walker. He had
or
to help
Brad
them.
Walker, one of them, or I know it's a Walker.
Oh, we got a comment
um,
from
and he's
Corner.
starting to, yeah. Oh, hello! Good to see you, Chrononaut. Nice to see you
What?
made it.
What if Vision conquered the world 19? And 2, what if Wolverine was Lord Vampire? And what if Wolverine was Lord Vampire Inferno? Nice.
Good to see you, Comic Boom. You're a little bit late, but you still made it. better later than never. You can
Yep.
always rewatch the stream from the beginning when you've got time to do it. Yeah, Comic Boom wasn't able to make it to the stream today, so
Yep.
we're -1. But he should be back with us again in the following week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it
Anyways,
would
what's
it would
part of it?
definitely be awesome to see DC Comics bring out a manga version of the Super Sons.
Yeah.
Do it in color. I'll pay for it. I'll happily pay
Same.
for a copy of it.
Same. I'll pay for it too in a heartbeat.
No problems, Chrono. No problems. But still glad you could make it.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Glad to anyone who manages to make it. And we've also had a bit of interaction with those in text on the stream, um, which has been really good.
Mm-hmm.
Send it online. Yeah, if you want to share it online, go ahead and share it online.
Yep. Send it on to them.
Send it to them.
I was in online, but I can't draw for shit. But I would suggest the idea of it. Would I let it? No. I wouldn't trust being down to the light super side because I'm not really that great to the truth, but I would try. But probably I'll allow Tomasi to help me let it.
Yeah, I'd still let Tomasi write the story.
Yeah.
And I
I
know
would come up
Jorge
with the idea of it.
Jimenez also enjoys manga, so I'd definitely have him be set on the area of manga.
Yeah.
Because he has brought across some pictures within the comics that he's worked on of some manga related characters,
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Ball and Naruto.
And for My Academia, because Jessica might be actually one of my favorite in so
Yeah.
each one about it happens. You remember is John with the one punch. You know, someone in My Academia, awesome.
Oh, okay. So this is what
Yeah.
Chrononaut meant. I meant the recommendation for the manga version of the Super Sons.
I agree.
Okay, DC Comics, you listen to us.
Yep.
Bring out a manga version of the Super Sons. Plus, this will help you bring more people in the area of Japan, Asia, who also enjoy this type of stuff into loving more of your stuff.
Heck, give me a Super Saiyan animated series. We've been saying like all day to go shoot an animated series or animated movie.
Ooh, which story for a manga or a whole new story? Ooh, good question.
Question. I see a whole new story.
I'd reprint, say, the stories that they've already done, but from there continue onwards. So they could put all of that manga or all of it into a manga form to go out.
Yep.
Then after that, they'd be able to continue with more news stories after that.
Mm-hmm.
And Tomasi and Jorge Jimenez would actually be able to do a little bit more in it. And in essence, it would be seen as American manga.
Yep.
One manga that I have come to enjoy, which is quite similar. It's not quite Super Sons ish, but it is actually set around, say, the son of a god. Is Battling Boy.
Who?
Battling Boy. And this was a recommendation through Just Some Guys channel. I went out of my way and I got a hold of all the manga, or the American manga around that story. And there were 3 volumes to it. It was fun. For what it was fun. Because you start off with, say, the prequel stuff, and the prequel stuff moves you into the main stuff, to which you then get to learn about the Battling Boy. And one of the things that you see the character has been given, like for his tools, are like different types of shirts. And each of these shirts like give him a different type of power.
Interesting.
Yeah, you might like it yourself. You might want to go check it out, pick it up. Even though it's set like around a male character, you do actually get to see a relationship as well between a father and daughter relationship happen in, say, a lot of the other stuff around the Battling Boy series. But you also see what happens with him.
Sandra, but maybe you can give me the name of it, like type it so I can find it.
All right. Battling Boy by Paul Pope. All right.
Alright, BATLING, okay. Copy.
Definitely worth the read, all of it.
Gotcha. Let's see if I can screenshot it.
It came out in 2013. And I'm glad Just Some Guy recommended it on his channel, whilst I wouldn't have been able to get in contact with my local comic store and for there be able to get all of the volumes.
For the House of West. I think I found it. Screenshot right now.
Yep.
Oh. Interesting. Well, what about machine about that time to keep see? Wait, this is probably volume 3.
It's worth picking up.
I probably will check it out. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I probably will check this out. You could do certain thing. I could desperately want somebody can find 12-year-old demigod. Nobody wants this by than by more himself. Time to meet look up a new hill. Yeah, I probably check it out because that does sound very interesting.
Well,
But
I want to start off by saying thanks to all those who made it to the stream.
Yep.
as this is the Super Sons and the Fortress of Attitude, and you're all welcome to the Fortress of Attitude. Have you got anything that you want to show, Tevier?
Huh? Oh, yeah. You probably you just have a smoker. You might be on Twitter. There's my little group right there now. You can find it on Twitch, Twitch.tv. I'd probably do some review actually on maybe I don't know. I'll probably finish the review. Maybe I'll do actually on Tenant. We get a new trailer cam for that. I probably maybe do a review on something. I'll probably figure something out. I'll maybe review Superman tomorrow when that comes out. And for video game reviews, the live streams, I'll probably try to watch more Boardstorm, which is a fun game, but like an awesome and badass. And for Battling Boy, I'll probably check that out because that's very interesting. If I can find the library, it's already open in the pandemic. But other than that, I don't know what I'm going to cover. I'll probably finish something. And behind me on this mini live stream. And I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, time. Where can we find you?
Yep. Thanks to all who made it and those who have made it this far to the end of the stream. You are all awesome.
Yep.
Until then, we're the Super Sons, and this is the Fortress of Attitude.